Hey, what's up guys? We are back with the 2022 WRX, and today we're going to be working on drive shaft modifications for the VB. So we've got the drive shaft carrier bearing support bushings, and these are for 2002 WRX, which will work with the VB WRX 2002 Plus. So this is no new part, and this is going to help basically keep the carrier bearing, the bushings that hold it to the chassis. It's going to keep them from flexing and moving up and down under hard acceleration. Same thing with the drive shaft lockdown itself. So the carrier bearing has like a rubber bushing in the middle, and that thing also flexes up and down, so it gives you a lot of like shift and play. And this is going to give you a more direct feel, more responsive feel, especially when you're launching the car under hard acceleration, spirited driving, stuff like that. So I figured it'd be a good pair to install both at the same time. Supplied in the box is good installation instructions like Perrin always includes, so these are nice. I glanced these over, so I'm ready to go ahead and tackle the install. We're going to go ahead and remove this exhaust heat shield here, and that's going to give us access to the carrier bearing as well as the drive shaft. It's a little tight down here, but you guys can see, well, for one, I've been scraping the crap out of my exhaust. Wish this didn't hang down, so the Tomei needs to revise that. But here's our drive shaft. This is the play I was talking about. You guys can see how it wiggles and moves. We're going to go ahead and minimize that with the parts that we're going to install. Here's the bushings, and keep that. You can kind of see how that wiggles around too. This is my improvised puller tool that I'm using. My goal with making today's video is to give you guys kind of an up-close look, hopefully save you some time on the install yourself, as well as do some testing. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please hit the thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Perfect. Able to just press it out. Came out. It was basically just a, I used the 12mm socket with one of the bolts from the heat shield, and then I used my like Pitman arm puller or whatever it's called, and just basically press the bushing out. I tried prying it with like panel poppers, pry bars. I tried a flathead, tried a bunch of different stuff, and I couldn't get them off. So I'm glad that I just kind of thought about it a little bit, and I came up with this idea. So hopefully this tip saves you guys some time for the install. The rest of it should be pretty easy. I've been stuck here for about 10 to 15 minutes trying to figure just this part out. There we go, guys. Not too bad. So now your bushing, the one with the little edge on it, these just go up and then just kind of drop into position on each side. Applied a little bit of bushing grease here on both components before installing them, and then you're going to put the grease on the rubber part where these are going to contact with the carrier bearing. This is going to be the side that installs towards the front of the vehicle that all the hardware bolts go through, and then this is going to face the rear. Up having to take my exhaust off because there was really no room to get any type of tools in this area to tighten these hex bolts. So we're going to tighten these all up in a crisscross pattern, and then we'll get everything torqued down to spec. Just do your best to center these two solid bushings. I have mine facing basically straight up, and we're just going to go ahead and line up our bottom part to it, line up the hole in the bolt. Just get these things lightly threaded in. And you don't use the little spacer for the top for these. When you go with the solid one, you just line it up and get it in there. Got this pretty much centered where it needs to be. I'm gonna snug it down and then torque it down according to what Perrin has. Proper torque spec according to what Perrin has. Look at the difference. This doesn't move at all. Maybe 38 foot-pounds. So these were a little tricky to kind of line up. If you don't line them up properly, it's going to end up either to one side or the other. So spend your time and make sure you kind of get them exactly where you want them to be. And I'm real happy with where that's at. So it should look something kind of like this, guys. Now we can put this back together. All right, we're all done. All right, guys, it is finally time to hit the road and run the VB WRX through its paces and test out the difference we feel through the driving experience. But after doing this install, I'm pretty hungry, so we're gonna go to my favorite restaurant for some street tacos. I'm gonna fill the car up with some gas, and let's get to it. You notice with the launch, power's definitely a more direct delivery. I feel like it wants to make the tires spin a little bit easier. Jeff, you'll have to let me know, but I feel like there's more thrust and better engagement without that slop. Even after 2 back-to-back hard pulls, my oil temp, thanks to the Perrin oil cooler, is still nice and cool. Never really gets over 200. Well guys, I am back home with the VB WRX, and the test drive was absolutely fantastic. Like I said, it's just that little bit of extra precision that these parts add, and I can definitely feel the difference. So it's definitely worth the hour of installation and less than 200 bucks. I'll have a link in the description for both the parts I installed today. And if you guys use JDM right hand drive 10, it'll save you 10% off your WRX parts from Perrin. at checkout. I got a few extra Perrin parts on the shelf here, guys. Let me know if you'd like to see a video for the what's it called? It's a clutch delay valve delete for my car, or for our cars. I've got a test part which I can't show you guys. I'll have to see if Jeff will let me do an install video, or if he just wants my personal feedback, or what he wants for that. But what I would like to do next with my car is, I'm pretty much to the point where I'm almost done with it, besides some visual cosmetics. I'm trying to find some companies that will work with me, that I can do some cosmetic dress up and stuff, but there's just not a lot of stuff out there that I liked initially when the car first came out. But what I want to do is a J-pipe, so I got to reach out to Perrin and see if Jeff will send me their J-pipe. I don't think they've released the high flow cat for the front section, but they've got the rear section, so I want to get that installed. And once I get the high flow cat from them as well, I want to get my car on the dyno and get a retune. I stopped by AO Garage, which is kind of right off of Miracle Mile in downtown Tucson area. And I spoke with Sid. Sid said they could do a pro tune on my car. It was pretty expensive. They quoted me $1,000 for a pro tune, but they said that they spend about a day or two tuning it. And with the Arizona heat and the lower octane fuel, they really want to make sure that they spend their time tuning the car properly so they don't get any detonation, and then it's going to last long. And I told them that what was important to me is I wanted to make sure that I had two different tunes, so like a high boost tune and like a daily driver tune. So if I want to take this thing out on the weekend, I want to turn up the boost, I want to have fun, or take it to the track, I can do that. But then to be able to have a lower boost setting, so when I'm trying to drive it through the city, I don't need to be hitting 19 PSI and just wearing out my engine and wearing out my turbo and all my other stuff, and there's no need. So that will help save gas and kind of give me the best overall for a daily driver / weekend warrior. I get on my little Mac Mini Pro and start editing this one. And that's going to pretty much wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think. And hope you guys are having fun with your VB WRX like I have. If this is your first time viewing the channel, we've done quite a bit of stuff to my car. We've got the Perrin front mount intercooler. We've got the Perrin oil cooler. We've got the AOS. I did a STI 6-piston brake kit. We've got IBOC suspension. We've got Super Pro rear adjustable control arms, and a Tomei catback exhaust on cob and Pro Tune and all that.
I messed with that.
I also did a leather interior swap on mine, which turned out pretty good. So yeah, lots of little goodies and mods under the hoods. Most of my stuff is all Perrin because I've got such a good relationship built with Perrin that I like to just test a lot of their parts and create content for them. I can definitely feel the heat coming out of this engine bay, and being in Arizona, my favorite mod that I'm so glad that I did for down here is the oil cooler, which is just right behind here. We even have the strut tower bar there. So I've got lots of parts install videos. If you guys want to check those out, I'll have a playlist down below. For my inspiration for my car build was to build a modern VB STI. That was kind of my inspiration. So paired with the Perrin pitch stop, which definitely made a huge improvement to keep the engine from jostling back and forth with, you know, spirited driving and hard shifts, heavy acceleration. I think that the drive shaft does the same thing. Those solid bushings, and then the support that goes around, you know, the rubber bushing. When you like fast and furious shift it, like, I had one of my buddies driving my car and he wasn't as smooth. He has a 2022 WRX. He'd never driven like a modified car or Pro Tune car or anything like that. But between his shifts, he was power shifting, like fast and furious shifting. And I could feel that drive shaft just like kind of bouncing around in there. And when I tried to replicate that shift and feel that vibration, it was gone. So definitely a huge plus and something that I could feel while driving. But you guys will have to install it, and then let me know in the comments if you guys felt the same differences that I'm describing in today's video, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Thank you so much, Brandon.